The narcissist is spying on you. That's what I'm going to be talking about in today's live video. When you're with the narcissist, they're always spying on you. They're always going through your stuff. They're always checking what you're doing, where you're going, who you're seeing. They have to know all of this stuff. And they know that you're not going to tell them everything because they always overreact. There's always a problem. Or they criticize you. They put you down. So you try to hide these things to make it more peaceful, to make it better for you, and maybe even to make it better for them. But no, they have to go through your stuff. When you're out, they're going through your cupboards and drawers, even looking in your underwear drawer, seeing if there's something hidden in there. Or if you put your phone down for a minute, maybe you go to the bathroom and then they just pick it up. They're looking for your messages, looking for your social media, and it's no different if they discard you or you decide to move on. That doesn't mean they're just going to leave you alone. No, they're still going to be spying on you. They still have to see what you're doing. It may make it a bit more difficult for them, but they will be more covert. So they will be spying on your social media. And yeah, you may block them, but they will create fake accounts, or they will get someone else to spy on you. And that doesn't just have to be on social media, that can be in person. They will get their flying monkeys to watch you, and that could be family members or mutual friends that you have. It could be anyone. They will get them to monitor you, to see where you're going, who you're seeing. And this is really part of the sickness. But they still do that even when you've moved on, and they're meant to have moved on. It's like they just can't leave things alone. And the reason for that is because they see you as an object. They see you as their property, as something that belongs to them. They don't see you as an independent, separate person. No. They see you as an extension of them. And they're very envious and jealous. They always feel like someone or something is taking you away from them. And they desire to take you away. They desire to lock you in a cell and throw away the key. That's what they desire for you. So anything you do that is outside of them, anything that they can't relate to, anything that makes them feel irrelevant, they don't like that. They want to sabotage it, they want to take it away, destroy it. They want to do something with it. They can't just let it be natural. They can't just let things play out organically. No, because they always got to have that control. They have to control things. They have to put their own spin on it. That's just how it is. And that's never going to change. All you can really do is try and protect yourself and just make use of the security and privacy features on social media. So then they can't spy on your stuff. They can't see what you're up to, where you're going, who you're talking to, because that's what they're going to be doing. And yeah, they will tell you that they've moved on, they don't care about you anymore. It's bullshit. I guarantee it, they're on there. They're watching you. They made a fake account so you don't know it's them. Or maybe they're using someone else's account. And it may even be someone that you know. Very sneaky, so be careful. Anyway, I said I was going to do a video by the pool area, so here I am. Got some nice views here. It's a really nice pool. I haven't been in it yet, I haven't had time, but I'm looking forward to going in there soon. And maybe I will do a video then too. Just like my old videos in the hot tubs, jacuzzis. Good times. Looks like they have got some little jacuzzis here too. Perfect place to do a video. But not today. But yeah, they will spy on you. Let me just sit down. They will be spying on you. Just remember the obsession, the addiction. Remember when you were with them, they were always going for your stuff. All the time. Maybe you would come home or go in your room and you'd always notice that things were moved. Certain objects were in a different place. Maybe your drawer or your cupboard was left open and you just knew it straight away. They'd been in there. They were looking for your stuff. And you can test them if you're still with them. What you can do is just put things in certain places, things in your cupboards and drawers, and watch if they've moved out of place. That's how you know they're going for your stuff. So be aware of that. And yeah, you just got to think if they were doing all of that when you were with them, it's not just going to stop just because you've left or they discarded you. It doesn't work that way. They're still going to be spying. And they're spying on you because, remember, they're very competitive. They're always comparing themselves to other people, other situations. Remember when maybe you'd go out to a restaurant with them and they're always on their phones. They're always on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, always looking at other people's lives, seeing what other people are doing, seeing if they have a better life, better relationship, better car, house, clothes, whatever, than they do. Always comparing all the time. And you may also remember they were always comparing themselves to you. It was always a competition. They were always trying to be better than you. And it's the same thing even when you leave or they leave. It's the same thing again. They're still competing with you. So they're spying on you to see if you're doing better without them, to see if you found someone better. But what they really like to see is that you're in pain and you're suffering. They want to see you down and out, miserable, bored, nothing to do. They want to see you posting things about them. Oh, they'd love to see you posting stuff about narcissists on your Facebook or your Instagram. They'd love to see that. But that doesn't mean that you can't do that. It's just be careful who is watching that stuff. Because if they're seeing it, trust me, they're getting off on it. They're enjoying it. They love to see you in pain. So yeah, this is just to make you aware that they will be spying on you. So you need to keep your personal information away from them so they can't see it. I mean, it's easier said than done, because if a narcissist really wants to gain access to something, they're gonna find a way to do it. So even if you block them and you make your account private, they're gonna find a way around that. They are. So yeah, you do need to be careful with what you're posting, and yeah, you can leave something for them. You know they're going to be watching, so give them something to look at. Give them something that's going to make them sick, and see what they think of that. Because they do it. When you go on their social media, it's always these pictures of them with their new supply, and they look so happy. They look like they're living their best lives. But if you've watched my videos, you know by now that it's all fake. It's an orchestration. It's there to deceive you and to hurt you. And that's it. That's all it is. But yeah, this is the addiction, the obsession of the narcissist. This is what they do. And they can't stop it. They can't help themselves. They always feel like they're missing out on something. It's like they have this craving that they just have to see. They gotta see what you're doing, where you're going, who you're with. They gotta see that. Because otherwise it plays in their mind. They get very anxious. They become restless. And here's the thing, even if you do post stuff that's meant to push them away, it just makes them even more obsessed. Then they're just thinking about you even more. Normal people, if they don't like something, they don't keep going back to it. But narcissists, they will tell you how much they don't agree with you, but then they're always there. It's like just when you think you got rid of them, then they play this peekaboo game. They just pop up out of nowhere. But a normal person, if they don't like something, then they're not going to keep returning to it. They're going to stay away from it. But these types of people will keep coming back. They will keep stalking you in person and on social media. But yeah, that's another thing as well, is yes, they will stalk you in person. They will show up at your home. They will show up at your work. They will just be wherever they think you're going to be. They will be there. And I honestly think they don't care whether they get a positive reaction or a negative one. Even if you're really angry at them and they can just see it on your face that you don't want them to be there, you don't want to talk to them, I think in their minds that actually makes them happy in a way. When they see you resisting them, it tells them they have power. They see it as though you're just reacting to something they're doing. So they like that. The best thing you can do is just completely ignore them. Don't even give them a reaction. Don't even tell them, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to see you. Don't even say that. Just forget them. Just act like they don't exist. Then they'll get the message. But that doesn't mean they're going to stop spying on you. They're still going to be there. $112 live viewers. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let's get this message out there. People need to know that the narcissist is spying on them. And they're not just spying when you're with them, when you're living in the same home. No, they're spying even after you've left, or after they've left you. And you know, there's really no depths, no limits to what they will go to. Some of them will put tracking devices on your car, on your phone, so that they can see where you're going, and they can see who you're messaging on your phone. They can see your social media, your phone calls. They can see all of that stuff once they've put these tracking and monitoring devices on your car, your phone, your computer. They can see everything. And it's just part of the addiction. It's part of their obsession. And this becomes a game. It's like a form of entertainment for them. You know, like Big Brother. People used to watch that all day. And it's the same thing with a narcissist. Some of them will even put surveillance cameras in your home, and it will be exactly like Big Brother. They'll be watching you from the walls or from the ceiling. And yeah, they'll see you in your home first thing in the morning. They'll see you brushing your teeth, getting ready for work. And then when you go out, they'll be tracking you on your car, your phone. They'll be seeing if you make any phone calls, messages. And then they'll be waiting for you then to come home at night. They'll be watching on the little surveillance camera, watching you walk through the door, watching you cook your dinner, or maybe you get takeaway. And then they'll see you going in the shower. They might be watching you use the toilet. I know I'm laughing, but it's not really a joke, is it? I mean, you know, this is real. This is actually something that happens in real life. It's not a joke. They may be watching you use the toilet, having a shower at night, maybe you're having a bath. They'll be watching that, watching you scrubbing your body, playing with your rubber duck in the bath, washing your hair. They'll be watching all of that. If they have put surveillance cameras in your home, which many of them, well, I shouldn't say many of them, but some of them do. I know for a fact that some of them do that. And yeah, but even if they're not doing that, it's even just the spyware on your computer or phone, or the tracking devices on your car. Even that is very extreme and illegal too. It's against the law. Or even stalking your social media, following you in person, or getting other people to follow you. Even that in the UK it's punishable by up to 14 years in prison. That's how serious this is. It's a very serious crime. One of the worst. And yet, this is what they do. And in their sick minds, they think it's okay. They think it's alright for them to do that. They always find a way to justify it. And that's why they seem so irrational sometimes in arguments. It's like you can't get through to them. Nothing you say gets through. They never seem to understand you. Because they're going off with their own programming, their own system of what they want to do, what benefits them, what entertains them and makes them feel more comfortable. Yeah. I've done a few videos on gang stalking, and it's real. They get their flying monkeys to gang stalk you. It starts off with maybe just family members or mutual friends. They're going around watching you. And then it can spread into the community. So then before you know it, you've got large numbers of people following you around. You might just go to a cafe in your local town, and then you notice people are treating you differently. They're acting strange around you. They're deliberately having these directed conversations so that you can hear it. And maybe they'll mention your name, or they'll repeat certain things. Like they'll always cough around you, and they do it loud enough so you can hear it, and it irritates you. Yeah, they do all of these crazy things because they're crazy people. Normal people don't behave like that. They don't get obsessed. They don't do obsessive things, rituals. They don't do stuff like that. So you should already know that if you're dealing with someone who's spying on you, whoever they are, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can understand if it's on one or two occasions, they might spy on you out of curiosity, or just to see if what the narcissist is saying is true. That I can understand. But when it gets into extreme stalking, that's when you should know that something is wrong. If it's something that's happening once a day, or even once a week, it's crazy. No one is going to make you that important. Where they're going to be spying on you consistently. I mean, you could argue that they think you're doing something wrong, and that's why they have to monitor you every day of your life. But what are you doing that's so different from everyone else? What do you do in your home, in your car, throughout the day? What are you doing that's so bad? I'm sure whatever you're doing, other people are doing that too. And probably some people are doing worse things. That's if you're doing something bad. But anything is bad to a narcissist if it doesn't follow their narrative, their course of events. They don't like you doing anything. They just don't want to see you living your life at all. That's why they try to isolate you. They wanted to keep you by yourself. If they could, they would lock you up and throw away the key so that nothing and no one can get to you. Because then they feel more comfortable. Remember, these are very envious and jealous people. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't want you to have a life outside of them. So they are very jealous. And I'm sure you remember when you were with them. Anytime that someone came up and talked to you, maybe they just gave you a compliment, remember how they reacted to it. They couldn't stand it. They got so mad. Or maybe they went on and tried to talk to someone or compliment them. They try to make you jealous. I've always said, however they're trying to make you feel, that's how they feel inside. So don't identify with it. Don't take it on as though it's an emotion that belongs to you. It's nothing to do with you. This is their problem. And you can see it in everything they do, everything they say. It's like they have this addiction. They have a serious problem that they cannot control. They can't control themselves, so they try to control you. And if they can't control you, then they just self-destruct. And you will see that if they really lose control of you and you manage to get away, they will go crazy. They will lose their minds. I've said that in many of my videos. They cannot control themselves, so they try to control you. And if they can't control you, they will lose their minds, they will self-destruct. It really is that simple. Let's take another look at this view here. It's really beautiful. I know some new people have just joined, so I'm just showing you where I am. Nah. Brand new. Makes me happy when I stay at a nice place. Let's come down to this side. Got more views down here. It's just never-ending views wherever you go. Don't look down. It's a long way down. And this is only the 35th floor. There's about 50 floors in this one. But yeah, be very careful with what you're doing online. And not just online, wherever really. I mean, you never know. They could have put the spyware on your phone, on your computer, tracking devices on your car, surveillance cameras in your home, anything. There's no limits to what you do. And I'm not trying to scare you, you just need to know that. They're crazy. When they lose control of you, that's it. They're not just going to let you go. And that's what you need to understand. I mean, in a normal breakup, people do understand. They get it. They're like, okay, this person doesn't want to talk to me. Great place for a massage here. Overlooking view. Yeah, they can't let things go because they see their property. They see of them. That's really it. Now, some of you may have thought, they're spying on me, they're stalking me, they want me. That means they care. That means they love me, they miss me. No, that's not what it is at all. If they cared, they wouldn't be doing that. They do it because they're very jealous, they feel like they're missing out on something, and they just see you as an object. That's why it's not that they love you or miss you. If they did, if they wouldn't go that way, normal behavior. Normal people don't do that. See the Sky train just coming past down there over the roads. I've never actually been on one of those. Has anyone here been on a Sky train? Let me know if you have. Let me know if it was fun. Maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe if I can get signal on there, I'll do a video too. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just out here living my life, living my dreams. This is what I always wanted to do, travel. I'm doing it. And are people spying on me? Are they stalking me? Yes, I'm sure they are. I'm sure there's people watching this video right now. People who, they won't talk to me openly, directly, but they're just spying behind the scenes. Because that's what they do, innit? They don't want to talk to you directly, no. You know, if you call them up on the phone, or you message them on social media, if you would try to arrange a friendly meeting in person, they don't want to know. They don't want to do that then, no. But they will go behind the scenes and stalk you and become fixated on you. I mean, that's the weirdest thing about it. I mean, I guess really the only reason I can think of why they do that is because they don't want you to know how important you are to them. That's the only logical answer. If they're doing that, if they reject your proposals or requests to talk on the phone, meet up in person, but then they're going and watching you behind your back, monitoring you, it's because they don't want you to know how important you are to them. They don't want you to know how jealous they are. And these kinds of people are very boring to be around anyway. So that's another reason why they don't want to talk directly, because they know you're just going to get bored of them. So that's why they have to go and stalk and spy. It's very creepy when people do that. I mean, you may think maybe they lack the social skills, but I mean, that's not really if you know, this isn't that you've been around for a certain amount of time and they were able to talk to you then. So that's not really a justification for them. It may be in some situations. I mean, yeah, a lot of times people will spy and stalk because they physically cannot come to you and talk in person or on the phone. They haven't developed the social skills for them to. But if we're talking about relationships here, that's a completely different story. Unless you were dealing with someone who doesn't have the confidence, then that would make sense for you as well. But other than that, it's just, they don't want you to know how important you are to them. You know, remember, they're always trying to invalidate you. They're always trying to be better than you. So they're always just trying to make you ain't shit. So of course, if you try and talk to them on the phone and you try and meet them without your awareness, to make you feel like you don't matter, you're not important, they've moved on, they don't care about you. That's how they want you to think. But yeah, how they want you to think, and that's the opposite of how they really think. They never give you the truth. There's always something else. They give you these reasons why they're doing what they're doing, but then that's not really why they're doing it. And you can pick up on that sometimes, because if if that was the real reason why they're doing it, they would be attending to other things that would make more of a difference rather than stalking you. Something to think about. It's like they're just trying to find ways to cover up their obsession, to try and act like it's something else. It's not what you think. I mean, that's creepy again. It's when you know that someone is watching you, and then they're trying to make you think, no, I'm not watching you, it's something else. I'm just watching to see if you're okay, to see if you need any help. Or you got it wrong, I'm not watching you at all. I mean, that's what really makes it creepy. It's that there's like this whole other side of them that they're trying to hide from you. Something that's kind of using you for something. But yeah, I just forget about them now. If you're always thinking about it all the time, you'll get paranoid. You'll panic and wonder if they're watching you, if they're following you in your car, if you've got cameras in your home. All of these things, they will drive you insane. And at some point, when you do start to catch on, and you know that they are doing those things, then they will just use it to make you panic, to scare you. Because that's another way that they gain power over you. So that you're always paranoid, wondering if they're there, wondering if they can see you. A normal person, if they were in that position where they're tracking you in your car, monitoring your devices, watching you in your home, a normal person, if they're doing that and someone finds out about it, they would probably be really ashamed of themselves. They would probably be embarrassed. But then what normal person would do that anyway? And that's why narcissists, when they do that and you catch them, it's like, yeah, I got you. They feel powerful. They love it. So, if that's the type that you're dealing with, you just got to try to not think about it too much. Don't let it get to you. Just continue to do what you normally do. You can take measures to protect yourself to some extent, but don't let it dominate your life, because it will just drive you crazy in the end. You can't control everything. You can't control what they do. Unless you have evidence and you want to get the police into it, you can try and do that. But otherwise, there's not much you can do. You just have to take small steps to protect yourself. And that's that, really. $147 live viewers. Please give this video a thumbs up right now. If the video resonates with you and your situation, Yeah, let's get this message out there. I think it will help a lot of people because, especially now with more advanced technology, there are more people getting into this. There's more people spying on their exes, and it's just not right. I mean, it's one thing to look at the social media, but then to go and do it in person and to actually research and go and spend your money on these tracking devices, I mean, that's when you know there's something wrong with someone. Normal people don't do that. Yeah, that's all I got to say for this video. Almost 50 minutes on here that I've dedicated of my day just for you. And as always, I've loved every minute of it. I enjoy helping you. And I hope that you enjoy me talking to you and giving you this information. If you do, as always, please hit that thumbs up button right now so you can show me how effective this video has been for you, how much it has helped, and yeah, we can just keep helping each other to spread this message, and then we can grow as a community and become better, stronger, wiser, everything. So yeah, thank you all, and you all have a great